Good evening, welcome Final Fantasy Randomizer fans to Game 2 of Wewbear versus McScruffNinjaTuna. Tonight it's just me in the booth, hanging out with y'all. On our screen we can see we've got a Thief Black Mage for start, and it looks like Wewbear took a White Mage and Mr. Scruff is taking a Red Mage. We'll have to see interesting how that plays out later on, depending on where magic sits and all that stuff. I also need to fix the tracker. So it was still from the previous game. Alright, we're ready to go. These runners should be taking off just a few moments. Looking at our blessings tonight, the Thief is coming with plus Red Mage armor, which means we can equip silver chest plates and maybe a couple bonks. I don't exactly remember. Maybe there's a few more shields we can equip as well, but I don't think it's a whole lot difference. But it's definitely an improvement from the base Thief armor. The Black Mage is coming with 25 agility, and then the White Mage on Wewbear's side is going to come with Cure 3. But the Red Mage on McScruffNinjaTuna's side is going to come with that Elemental Magic. So that's going to be level 2 magic for Fire, Lightning, or Ice that we'll get to see there, which can be nice if early magic is terrible, which sometimes it can be. So. And we're off. I had the timer running still. Okay, I see Ice 3 and Brack out of Black Magic. I missed what White Magic was because I was fixing the tracker again. I'm sure we'll see it at some point though. Wewbear opting to buy a Scimitar to help out taking down Garland. However, Mr. Scruff using that Ice 3 charge to just knock out Garland real quickly, not bothering to check for chests, pulling the ship off of the king, and the slab off of the princess. Ship is great to find first thing. We can zoom right on over to Provoca, get our Bicky item, get level 2 magic, move along with the game a lot quicker. And we see Mr. Scruff doing just that. Garland not being so kind to Wewbear. That Ice 3 is not powerful enough. There we go, now we got it down. Wewbear threw Garland on to get their ship in slab. As Mr. Scruff finishes up taking down Bicky and the pirates to grab the crystal. So we can go visit Matoya and see what she's got for us. Cheap houses tonight, 784 gold. That's going to be really nice to see. I'll probably just buy a couple stacks of those here once we get some gold going. And Mr. Scruff opting to pick up the fighter out of Provoca Clinic. Looked like White Magic was not worth it. We skipped out of that pretty quickly. But we see Nuke and Fast at level 2 Black Magic. That is huge to see. Oh, A-Rub. We want to grab A-Rub. And Harm 3 for the White Mage is pretty nice as well. Looks like Wewbear also picked up the fighter. Smart play. Rounds out the party pretty nicely. We did forget to heal. Hopefully we don't get hit by the pirates. Almost commentator cursed. That was close. Mr. Scruff pulling into Matoya's to grab the crown. We got... looks like 2 light axes. That's interesting. One for the fighter to wield and one for... well, not on Mr. Scruff's side, but on Wewbear's side, we can use that light axe as a harm 2 casting agent. Free harm 2 cast is pretty nice. Yeah, finding the light axes in boxes right next to each other is pretty nice. Also, Rube's pointing out in chat, 2 shards is in Topher, so that's good to put in the back of your brain for later on. Whenever you get to the end of the end game, and you're like, where can I find 2 shards? Oh yeah. Alright, so Mr. Scruff's going to take that crown in to visit Astos and see what Astos is going to give us tonight. Looks like it's the TNT, so we'll be visiting the dwarves. Yeah, question in chat. What's got Scruff an early lead? So Wewbear was having some struggle with getting through Garland. Garland was not being kind to Wewbear. Was able to get Mr. Scruff an early lead here, getting over here to grab the TNT out of Astos. We're going to see what this pulls. If I had to bet, it's going to be another fetch item, or maybe the canoe. Level 2 nuke is just going to be great. Oh, it's a power bunk. So we must have a shop item located down in Elfland, unless we missed it in Canaria. Mr. Scruff taking a moment to try and think about what we've missed, because there's no other incentive areas to go to at this moment. I think I would be a little confused as well. Looks like Black Magic level 3 was not worth much. And White level 3 magic. We got life. Fog 2 is there. Don't sleep on Fog 2. Fog 2 strats are pretty potent. That extra absorb is really nice whenever fiends are pummeling down on you. There it is, the floater for 36, almost 37k in the Elfland shop. So we're gonna need to go find some money. Early floater's nice, but costing that much, oof. That's why the cost of housing is so low. And the light axes are only going to give us 3k a piece. That's just not worth it. We're going to have to go dig some gold out of somewhere. I'm guessing we're going to see a early marsh play here. Grab some gold. No, Wewbear is passing up on it. Oh, we're going to take on the Astos first. Yeah, I do agree that we're gonna probably see, it's either gonna be a pop grind or we're gonna see them dive into Marsh. Marsh has about, I think it's like 12 chests, which may not seem like a lot, but I mean you could find some pretty big pulls of gold down there. Maybe we can find a nice grind tile down there where the wizards usually sit. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I feel like I would want to go down that way just because there's a potential of pulling shards out as well, rather than going to pop grind and only getting gold and experience. Levels are nice, but I think at this point the gear and the shard count would be nicer to get that experience boost higher. Finding that power bonk early is nice. We don't have to dig that out later. I don't believe we've seen Temper yet, so having that is probably beneficial. Yep, and there we see Wewbear heading straight down to Marsh. And we see Mr. Scruff heading over to take a pop grind. Divergence. We'll see who comes out on top of this. Oh. Was that a chime bonk off of Marsh? Wow, this seed. This is a rude seed. Oh, I can't help but laugh because this is just, I mean, pop grind is, we're forced into a pop grind now. Wow. I haven't seen one like this yet. I've seen a lot of chime bonks, and that's not one of them. Oh yeah, I definitely agree that the chest down in Marsh, like I said, I think I counted them once. There was 12. Yeah, we could get no gold and no gear, and the shards would be nice, but if we can't do anything with, you know, progression, then we're just falling behind at that point. So I saw a pack of frost wolves so far. I didn't catch what the other encounters were just yet. This looks like a rather long encounter as well on the encounter table in the first encounter, so it's gonna take a little bit to get this gold grind up. Oh, giants. I don't know if that's the hard reset on Wewbear's side or not, but a 4-pack of giants is gonna net you a decent amount of gold. Some decent experience too early on. ADR pointing out in chat that the right side of finding the chime bonk now is, you know, if we see the chime in a spot we don't want to walk out of later, we can just reset out of it. It's not required. It's just something that's just going to hang out there. Also, thank you to ADR for popping in to help me with tracking tonight. I thought maybe I could click on buttons at the same time, but I've so far not been able to pay attention to the tracker. Yeah, I also don't think I've seen a seed yet where it's this hard required to farm that gold this early to get out of the inner sea. This is top tier seed. The wiggle back and forth on the pop grind, I think it's bothersome. I don't know, I feel like you have to sit there and double hand it to get it accurate. But we're gonna spin around in circles for a little while. Looks like we're at 20k on Mr. Scruff's side. We're getting there, we're halfway there. It'll be interesting to see where both of our runners go after this, because I mean, we have Sarda we can go visit, we have Cardia Isles we can go visit, we can go track down the... No, never mind, I was going to say the shop item, but the shop item is the floater. We can take a stroll in through Volcano, Canoeless, to get to Volcano. I think that's... I suppose we can go turn into Slab as well to find some type of progression. But I don't think either of our runners want to do that this early. Alright, looks like Mr. Scruff has pulled out enough gold. Or maybe we're going back for a visit to the inn here real quick. Yeah, it looks like where we're going. 22k, so we're getting close. I didn't quite see if Wewbear purchased any houses. Wewbear did buy some houses, confirmed in chat by Scarsor. Scarsor also the crafter of this seed tonight. Scarsor push the button, and this is what we're getting dealt with. Yep, and there goes one house down. We're gonna be sitting here for a little bit. Oh, is that so, Scarsor? Topher chime block it's pretty funny, because you're just not expecting it. And I mean, it's the go-to play early on is to go take on Garland to get to the king and to the princess to get those items real quickly. I've often seen it lead to forgetting the king too, since king it's early king, so we can grab that king item right from the start, from the get-go. But I mean, no one really wants to walk into the hall there to get that item. It's easier just to go fight Garland, that we can get both at the same time. I really want to see, and this is the seed that I don't think I've seen yet, is I want to see Chime on the king, with Chime lock being on Topher. That's what I want to see. If somebody can make that happen, please. Yeah, this encounter table is just not friendly for this kind of required pop grind either. It looks pretty long on the first encounter to get through it. Looks like Mr. Scruff has just enough gold. Hopefully. Hopefully we don't have to take a trip back up here. Oh my lord, this encounter. Alright, moment of truth. Do we have enough gold? Oh, we do. We have just enough. Alright, and Mr. Scruff going to be the first in the air at, what, roughly 16 minutes and 30 seconds. And now the world is our oyster. Looks like first stop is indeed Sarda. It's a free item. Might as well. Probably gonna make a quick trip over to Crescent Lake as well to grab the free item from the sages over there. I just completely missed what was in there. Chat, if anybody was paying more attention than I was and saw what came out of Sarda, that would be really helpful. Mr. Scruff's translating the slab, though. Oh, it's bottle. Okay, I did see that, and I just completely wiped it out of my brain. Alright, we're gonna skip Crescent Lake for now. Head to Cardia. See what Cardia's got for us. About 13, 14 chests in here, something like that. So, nice place to find some gear, maybe some some shards with some nice XP battles, and we've got plenty of charges of nuke and plenty of levels after that nice pop grind. So these dragons won't be too much to take down. See red D's out of the first chest. 2 nuke casters is going to take care of this real quickly. Our thief and fighter just get to stand there and shout hooray. And a ruby pulled from cardio. Gonna lead us back down to Titans. A pack of Frosties. Also wiped out with no problem at all. And Wewbear now in the air at 1845. Wewbear looks like we're also heading for Sarda. We're gonna grab that bottle. Mr. Scruff still searching through the Cardia treasuries, seeing what we can find. Looks like Wewbear following suit, gonna go translate that slab, possibly check some magic levels here. See if we head also into Cardia as well. A warp at level 5. That's not really a spot you're going to see it. Granted, we do have a few charges at least now. We didn't sell that power bonk, did we? Sure hope not. Oh, okay, it was an opal helm. Alright, good. That scared me for a minute. I'm like, oh no, that's not worth it. Not at all worth. Alright, what does the bottle become? Bottle becomes an oxyale. It's nice for later. We're gonna need the key to get in there, or level 22 with this thief, which I think we're at least in the teens now. We're gonna go ahead and turn the slab in as well. Check the rest of our magic. See if we can find out where Temper is at. And Wewbear pulling the rod out of the Crescent Sages. That'll give us another incentive item, a few more shards. Slab becoming the chime. Womp womp. That is something we don't need, and we don't want to come here for that. Wewbear heading into Volcano. Quad X at 7 and level 8. Okay, I did not see Temper anywhere on that list, which means it's going to be in Gaia. At least we found that power bonk early. Oh, and a ribbon pulled out from Wewbear, and an Aegis shield as well out of the Volcano Armory. Those are some nice finds. Oh look, more giants! If we haven't had enough. Ice 2 sword is also nice to find. Much better than the short sword that we're wielding. And Mr. Scruff pulling the rod out of Crescent Lake as well. Yeah, I think so. I went ahead and switched it over to Mr. Scruff's audio for now. I noticed that earlier in the Vicky cast of their game 1, and it just sounded like it was getting worse as it was going on, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Definitely be letting Wewbear know after this something's happening. Anyway, we're making our way on down through Volcano. Both runners have conversion to Volcano. I didn't actually see what was pulled from Cardia. I'm guessing it must have been a gear item. Potentially... I'll have to get a closer look at the inventory screen at some point here. Oh, Cardia was Ruby? Okay. That would make sense why Wewbear doesn't have it, because Wewbear has not been to Cardia yet. So, if I had to guess, we're gonna find... Oh, okay, Adamant, never mind. I was gonna say we're gonna find possibly the canoe or the key, but I forgot we still have another fetch item. So Adamant pulled on Wewbear's side. And looks like we're hightailing it out of here. We don't even want to make an attempt at carry just yet. And we're out of warp charges. Oh no. It's okay. We're close to the ceiling. We have decent levels. We can make it through this. Oh, Cure 4 and Life 2. At level 6, kind of feels bad having both of those spells on the same spell slot, especially at such a late spell level. It's nice to find, but... And it's better than 7 and 8, but it still doesn't feel so great. We're checking out to see what the Adamant turns into. We've got an herb. We are on a fetch chain. Herb is going to turn into, I'm guessing, Vanilla Key. No, Canoe. Alright, now we can get to Ordeals. We can get to Waterfall if we so choose. Not having the key and the Oxyale, probably don't want to do that. We're going to get their Oxyale now. And realize that the play is going to end up being visiting the sad, lonely robot in the Waterfall Cave, or we're going to have to climb Ordeals. And we're going to have to deal with some nasty sorcerers with Vanilla Death Touch. That's something that everyone loves. Vanilla Death Touch. We're getting the great news. What we're going to find down here. And it's the chime. We take a long, nice stare at that chime. Probably glare at it quite a bit. And say goodbye. Right, on to ordeals. This makes sense. We don't have the key yet. So we really don't want to visit the Honorat continent just yet. I feel like this is gonna... Well, I guess it could be the cube. We could find the cube here, which will lead us in the sky. But the robot has something as well, so it'll be interesting to see where this goes. One takes us backwards. Pillar 1, not the answer. Pillar 2, also not the answer. Pillar 3, it seems like we're gonna get through. No Pillar 4 tonight. Well, maybe. Ordeals is being a little trolly. Question in chat, does the red mage have Hurt Dragon? No. Maybe equipped with an ice sword or a dragon sword. I didn't quite catch it, but no, the red mage has elemental magic. Oh, Canal would be a good joke to see it in Ordeals after all of that. Wewbear through the Ordeals maze, finally. Ordeals being quite trolly. Mr. Scruff through carry. That early pop grind turned out to be a blessing in more ways than one. And it's the cube pulled from Ordeals. So we're gonna get a sky climb here pretty soon. Oh, we took some red Ds as well on Scruff's side. I missed that. Red Ds is a nice grind. As long as they don't have any nasty script along with them. Mr. Scruff picking up the herb. Gonna go find their canoe. Looks like Wewbear's gonna head into Cardia first, so Wewbear will find that ruby. Oh, we have not seen Titans yet, no. Titans, the ruby was in Cardia. We went to, after we got the floater, we went to Sarda, up to Cardia, and then we went to turn in the bottle to check, and then into Volcano, I believe. Wewbear's followed a similar path, but we skipped Cardia early, and now we're coming back to converge on it. We have not seen either runner make their way into Titan's Trove yet. So we have Sky Palace is on the table, the robot is on the table. We have Earth Cave, which Mr. Scruff has headed down to now. Still looking for that key, that loot, and that tail. I suppose we would like the X-Cal as well, since we can put the fighter on both sides. But not necessarily required. Just a nice added bonus. This kind of feels like the seed where we're gonna full clear all the incentive locations. Now it looks like Wewbear is heading straight down to Titans. At least we're just heading that general direction. Yep, that's where we're going. Alright, Mr. Scruff through speed bump number 1. Vampires down. Down through the rod lock plate. And it's the key pulled from the Titan's Trove. That was a Katana +5 pulled out of the Lich's Armory on Mr. Scruff's side. We're heading straight for Canaria Castle. We're gonna see what we pull out of Canaria's locked armory. And it's the defense sword pulled out of Canaria Castle. Yeah, and another good point in chat. If Mr. Scruff does end up forgetting the Titan, we have Thief lockpicking turned on, set to level 22. And we're already in the early 20s if we're not level 20 already. Okay. Masa +4 on Wewbear's side out of Canaria Castle, and a ribbon pulled out of Lich's closet. But yeah, the key being in Titans, if we maybe fade that until late game, probably not the worst thing. We just have to kind of remember that we have lockpicking as an option as well. Dragon +4 and the Womp Canal being pulled out of Earth Cave. And Wewbear making the play for the skydive. Lots of chests in here. Lots of enemies with experience, with great experience. It looks like we're at 10 shards on Mr. Scruff's side, pre-Lich. We'll have to pay attention to see what Wewbear's count is. Mr. Scruff through Lich. So we're at 12 and 12 on shards count right now. Mr. Scruff is heading for the Titan's Trove. Maybe feel a little bad about finding that key whenever our thief is already almost level 22. But there's also a shard in here, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And at least we can get that key, get moving on. Maybe we can go ahead and head for Sea Shrine, make some divergent play here. I have to say, watching so many veteran runners this past week, I'm in awe of the menuing skills that y'all have, but I mean, y'all have been playing this game for several years longer than I have, so I've got a lot to learn, but my menuing skills lack. Alright, so Mr. Scruff finding their Masa and the defense sword. We have the Roo Stick and the defense sword, so we're going to be able to double up on evasion later on. It's always nice to see. Alright, Mr. Scruff heading north. Are we going to follow Woo into the sky, or are we going to head left and go into Onrak? Oh, we're going to go into Ordeals. We haven't been to Ordeals yet. Mr. Scruff finding out just how trolly Ordeals is tonight. But we are through. Top of Ordeals. I believe we picked up the cube here earlier. I think that's what Wewbear pulled out of here earlier, at least, was the cube. Yeah, there it is. There's the cube. So Mr. Scruff has the option. Do we go left? Do we go right? Here. Left, we have two incentive options with the robot and the mermaid prison / TFC, with the C being in a locked box. Sky does seem to be providing with quite a bit of shards, though. Looks like Wewbear is up 6 shards after having entered in here almost. I think we're 6 up now. Does indeed look like Mr. Scruff is making the play to head into the Onrak continent. Okay, Sky 3 being quite a bit of a dud. I believe I missed what the incentive item was. Must have picked up the X-Cal. Unless I completely missed. Oh, we only open marked boxes? Okay. So then, yeah, the X-Cal must be up there then. Tail being pulled on Mr. Scruff's side as the robot. So we're gonna should be finding the loot down here in Sea Shrine, has been my guess. I don't think we have anything else at this point. I think the loot is the last item to find. But I think if my count's right, Wewbear should be sitting at 21 shards, so we'll need to find 7 more. Let's see how many are down here in the mermaid's floor on Mr. Scruff's side. Looks like Tia is not playing too nice today. Sounds about right. Knocking party members down left and right. But Wewbear makes it through. Party is level 22 across the board. And that was quite a fast menu, but I do think I saw 3 full rows and a few extra shards. It looks like we're about 17 on Mr. Scruff's side as well. So we're pretty close on the shard count. $21 to 17 sounds about right. And there we have it. Mr. Scruff finding the loot down in the mermaid's floor. Not having to visit CTFC. And as Wewbear finds their tail, and we're getting out of dodge. Now we know where that loot has to be sitting at. Oh, I thought we were going to get a high five from our runners, but they both went separate paths. Wewbear peeking on the mermaid side door to see if we can find a cheeky shard in there. Yes. Wewbear was able to get through Tia. A coral sword in the chest right before cracking. Interesting. You're doing a fantastic job, ADR. I appreciate the help. Reading chat is what makes me miss everything that's happening on the screen. I gotta figure out a better place to put the Twitch chat at. Okay, Mr. Scruff heading for Kraken. This should net them about... I want to say we should be roughly around 23 shards. We're at 19, so yeah, we'll be at 23 shards leaving. We need to find 5 more shards somewhere. But I think Wewbear might have the rest of their shards down here. It's a very close race. Yeah, 5 shards required for Wewbear, so we're going to find 1 more on the Kraken side, but we do have, maybe if we remember, in the back pocket, we have those 2 sitting in Toph. Welcome, Raiders, from the Sensible Streamer. Coming in towards the end of Game 2 of Wewbear versus Mr. McScruffNinjaTuna. Just to recap, we started off the seed having to hit a pop grind for gold to get to our floater, to get out of the inner sea. We couldn't go into Marsh because Marsh was the chime lock, and the chime was vanilla, so we weren't getting that chime lock anytime soon. Mr. Scruff pulling through Kraken. Menuing too fast for me to see shard count. But if memory serves me right, we should be sitting about 23 shards on Mr. Scruff's side. We're going to hit up that promotion. And I had to guess, we're probably just going to make a beeline through Sky Palace. There was quite a few shards early on in Sky Palace, at least, so we won't have to do a full climb. Yeah, 5 shards required for Mr. McScruffNinjaTuna. I think there was 2 on the first floor and 3 on the second floor of Mirage. So we should be able to zoom through that. Oh no, Wewbear having to reset out of the Kraken fight. I missed what happened there, but it didn't look good. Last thing I caught on that screen was I saw the thief and the white mage, but then I turned to glance at Mr. Scruff and completely lost sight of what was happening over there. Yeah, it cost us the loot and 1 or 2 shard fight encounters down here, maybe 3. It's gonna give some time back to Mr. Scruff to get through. Oh no, I don't think we saw that shard box on the top right there. We're gonna have to go find 1 more shard after we visit greater than, less than. Okay, Wewbear is warping out at 6 shards to go. So Wewbear must have remembered that we do have those 2 shards in Toph. Mr. Scruff opting to skip through. So it looks like we're gonna make a beeline for Tia instead, if I had to guess. It's hard to tell what would be the right call here. Tia does give us 4 shards. It's guaranteed. We know that's there. It means we don't have to search every last nook and cranny in Sky Palace. But as spectators, knowing that there were 3 shards sitting up in greater than, less than, and 2 in the Mirage floor, we could have had those shards just slightly faster. I think Mr. Scruff is sitting at exactly 4 shards to go. So Tia is go mode. Okay, Wewbear throwing out the roost decks as much as we can. Looks like we're power bonking. We're throwing out Brex for a Hail Mary. There it is, broken to pieces. Wewbear through Kraken, 2 shards to go mode. Mr. Scruff throwing out some Invis strats. Throwing out some fast casts. Big swing off the Knight. He is not long for this world. Tia down on Mr. Scruff's side. Menuing is too fast. I cannot catch it. But I think we are in go. We are heading for Toph. Both runners entering Toph. Wewbear having to grab the last 2 shards. Mr. Scruff heading straight through the orb. Mr. Scruff first in Topher at 56.28. Doing a little bit of an equipment shuffle just to make sure we've got things where we need. We need that ribbon on the life caster just as a precaution. Lich 2 is down. Mr. Scruff on to carry 2 here in just a moment. This is going to be a very tight race, folks. Wewbear through the loot plate at 57.22. Hot on the heels of McScruffNinjaTuna. Carry 2 putting up a bit of a fight. Oh, Rub comes out from Carry 2, taking down that ninja. Luckily we do have some life charges on that red mage. We can bring that ninja right back up. Chug some heal pots. Move on to the real fight. Kraken 2. Wewbear through Lich 2. Didn't even see it on the screen. But we're on the carry floor. Wewbear chucking heal pots as fast as we can. Looks like we got a nuke that came out on Lich 2. Doing quite a bit of damage. Slowing Wewbear down. Having to chug all those extra heal pots to get back up to full health. Mr. Scruff pulling up on Kraken 2. And Viz 2 coming out. Fast coming out on the ninja. Kraken says, here's a Lit 2 for you. And we're swinging from that fighter with the Masa, and swinging with the Katana from Thief. Fast coming out on the... Ooh, the Knight almost taking a big blow. More Invis 2 coming out. 7 hits for 578. Kraken not much longer for this world. Wewbear through, carry 2, as Mr. Scruff gets through Kraken 2. Alright, Mr. Scruff pulling up on Tia 2. Remember, folks, Tia 2 starts off with some nasty spells. Swing coming out from the Ninja, Invis 2 coming out from the Red Mage, Power Bonk coming out on the Knight, Thunder, Tia opting to skill instead of spell. We're getting a fast off on the Knight, fast onto the Ninja next. Swing, 8 hits for 348 and 5 hits for 317 from the Knight. Bane coming out, taking down the Ninja and the Black Mage. We're going to opt for heal pot strats on the Knight, just to be safe. Another big swing. Tia 2 down. Looks like Kraken's taking out the Ninja on Wewbear's side. Black Mage also down. White Mage pulling up the Ninja. Kraken does not like that Ninja. Ninja must stay in the dirt. Another big swing off of that Knight. Wewbear through Kraken 2. 3 life charges left on Wewbear's side. Mr. Scruff about to pull up onto Chaos. Putting the Knight in the 3rd slot, hoping for a crit loop. If it comes down to it. Fast, going to be cast on the Knight. Invis 2 coming out. Chaos leading off with Crack. Takes no one down. Knight is power bonking. We're going to swing with the Ninja. Get some damage down. Lock 2 coming out. That's going to help. Chaos be less evasive. More Invis coming out. Okay, Chaos is starting to cast spells. Ice 3 coming out. More Power Bonk. More Lock 2. More Power Bonk. More Invis 2. Tia 2 casting Inferno. Nice big swing from the Ninja. We're going to swing. 6 hits for 609 from the Knight. Lit 2, so we got slow 2 on deck. Nuke coming out from the Red Mage. Fight Nuke. 4 hits for 603. Nuke coming out for 200. Missed on the Knight. Another Nuke coming out for 210. Swinging from the Knight. Ooh, 4 hits for 275. And we're down to man mode time. And terminated. GG's to Mr. McScruffNinjaTuna. With an official racetime.gg time of 1:02:24. All right, folks. We are going to see a Game 3, Wewbear versus Mr. McScruffNinjaTuna. Date to be determined. Wewbear pulling up on Chaos as we speak. Fast coming out of the Knight, putting the Knight in slot 4. We're going to Power Bonk, same strats. Lock coming out from the Black Mage. We want to get that Tia's Chaos evasiveness down. Make it a lot easier to swing with that Knight. More Invis coming out. Chaos opting to lit 3. We're going to roll through the spell list a lot faster. Slow 2 on deck. Okay. Cast some Cure 3s out. Make sure that Knight stays up. Lock coming out. More power bonks. Chaos cast and Crack. Crack taking out the White Mage does not feel good. We're going to go ahead and full throttle this. 8 hits for 761. Slow 2 lands on the Ninja. That's good. It landed on the Ninja and not the Knight. 9 hits for 564. Ninja does 1 damage. Chaos punches the Black Mage out. And the Cure 4 comes out. That feels bad. But that Knight is going to be doing a lot of damage here. 8 hits for 902. Ninja's down. Man mode time on Wewbear's side. 10 hits for 827. Inferno coming out. 9 hits for 1220. What a big hit. And Chaos is down. GG's. Official racetime.gg of 104.45. We'll see if we can get the runners into the booth for interviews, possibly. Here comes Mr. McScruffNinjaTuna. Welcome to the booth. Give me one moment. I know you can hear me, but I don't have Discord on. Just one moment. You probably can't hear me through the stream. Alright, Discord audio. Discord is set. Mr. Scruff, we can go ahead and start talking now. I'm going to unmute me in Discord so that you can hear me. And Wewbear joined in the booth as well. GG's to both of you. What a race.
GG's.
GG's.
That start was something, was it not? How did you both feel about that?
I laughed so dang hard. And I actually forgot all about Marsh. I just legit beeline for the 4 square thinking that was the only way. And then Wewbear tells me it was chime locked.
Oh no.
Yep.
Well, you dodged a bullet there for sure. I know I definitely saw a little bit of a frustration on Wewbear's side from that.
I did a little wiggle.
Yep. I saw the wiggle.
But man, having that early nuke with a fast and just really nice item placement. I legit lucked out in my routing decisions. Because I guarantee you, if I decided to do one thing different, it would have been way closer.
Yeah, that was a very close race. Coming down to, 2 minutes there at the end. It was whenever you were pulling into Topher, Wewbear was pulling into Toph as well, but Wewbear needed those last 2 shards. So that could have gone a lot different. Wewbear taking... I'm not exactly sure what happened on Kraken there. You're going to have to explain a little bit.
RT for punches.
Okay.
And crit me through... It wasn't quite max evasion, but I think I had 2 roost stacks on the White Mage.
Oof,
and,
okay.
Crit me through that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I looked over and I had seen the Ninja and the White Mage up, and the next thing I saw was you were resetting and diving back in.
Yep, and I didn't leave after doing Mermaid side, so I had to do the whole thing. It was kind of stinky, but
yeah.
So it goes.
Just super rude Kraken, man. I did notice right at the end, though, that you had found the white shirt. I'm guessing that was somewhere in air.
Yeah, there's just I was doing Sky 3, and I'm like, well, there's 6 chests here. There's no shards. I may as well loot it. Black shirt, white shirt, sun sword. I was like, okay, sure.
Oh, nice. Yeah, by the time I finally got to air, I was at 23 of 28, and I found one of them down in Mirage. I was like, just grab this, run straight to the boss. Did greed, of course, but all it gave me was gold.
Yeah, I did it a little earlier, but I was pretty much done looting non-trapped at that point, because I had the Mazamoon. But, like I said, there was 6 chests in that room. I'm like, whatever. I looted a couple other ones. I didn't give anything, like the 4 greed on the left there, but...
Man,
for the most part.
The dragon armor and the freaking Masamoon were just MVPs in this run. I was not expecting that to work. Yep. I'm trying to remember where I found it. I want to say it was Earth?
I think it might have been Earth.
Yeah, then I didn't have it. I didn't do Earth.
I think it was next to the canal.
That makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, I was also laughing at that. Like, oh, thanks. The useless thing now that I have, floater.
Yeah, I put off Earth for forever, but I didn't want to do it. It's just not as dense as the other ones, so I just ended up not going. And I figured out by the end that it was Canal. So.
Oh, very, very true. Like, especially since we had the nuke there, I went Thief, Black, Red, and Fighter. So I had the 2 nukes right there and ready. I was sweating it because I only got the life on the 1 red, but man, that extra damage made a huge amount of difference when it came to getting those quicker levels.
That makes sense. Especially when you have to grind in Peninsula Power.
Oh, yeah. I think the only square I did the grind on was in Fire. The 2 Agama tiles were red dragons, I want to say. And by the time I found them, I was already like level 16. So I was like, all right, I've got some leftover nukes. I've got enough, power to actually take down carry with just autos. Let's get those nukes out to get a little bit of leveling. Left there, I think, at about 19, and the rest was just easy peasy, thankfully.
That's pretty strong.
But yeah, man, that was one heck of a race. I'm still shaking a bit, but I'm excited for Game 3. This is awesome.
Yeah, I think
all about it.
I think we're all excited for Game 3 here. This was a exciting matchup to see.
Hopefully, no having to grind for shop item.
Right. I'm just no weird 40k grind and no black belt, please.
That was the thing too. It's like 36k, like expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it had to be the most expensive item.
I lucked out on that too, because for some reason I thought it was 34k, and so I was just about ready to stop when I hit 34. But I was like, I've got one more, giant fight before the Frost one, so let's get that just for fun.
Yeah, I went up to 40 because I just wanted a little extra money for whatever it spells. I think Warp ended up being like level 5 or something, so that worked out. I actually had to sell stuff to get Warp because it was like 5k, but
I did that too. When I saw the item there, I was like, okay, I've got Opal Bracelet, I've got an extra Light Axe. Let's see how much I get. 6,000? Great, gotta go for it.
Opal Bracelet too? Where was that at?
Where was that?
I don't even remember seeing that being picked up.
I know it was super early.
Maybe it was.
Yeah, it was somewhere.
Probably in Earth.
It was also found in Earth. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Very possible.
Earth provides.
But, anyways, GG's. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off and get some food.
Yep, I just did that, so I feel that. GG's again.
GG's to both of you. Looking forward to Game 3.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Well, that's scheduled soon.
Yep, and I'm out of here.
Alrighty. Alright, folks. Well, conclusion to an exciting Game 2. Looking forward to Game 3 coming up soon. I suppose most people here are probably from the community, but if you're not, if you like what you saw tonight, links in chat for the Discord. Come and join if you want to continue watching all these exciting races we got coming up for Winter Tournament. Grab the spectator role in the Discord. We get pings for all the current races running. If you're new and you want to learn how to play this game, coming up after the Winter Tournament, probably about end of March, beginning of April, we're going to have the Duckling program, where Saracen and the other Duckling Dons will run you through a training program to teach you how to take down the veterans of this game, so that you can be like Mr. Scruff, come out of nowhere and take down Wewbear in Game 2. After the Duckling program, the training program, we're going to have the Duckling Derby, where new players can compete against each other for the title of Duckling Boss. I can't remember what the title is, but you get a fancy title. You get Duckling avatars for being in the top 3, I believe. So you get to join with all the other Duckling avatars in the community. And also, community is just a great place to hang out and just kind of chat about video games and other nonsense. So, you know, if you like just hanging out and chatting, it's a great place to start. So with that, we're going to go ahead and end the stream. We do have one more game coming up tonight in about half an hour. It's going to be over on Lord Fizzlebeath's stream. It's going to be an interesting matchup. So if you want some more FFR content, head on over there. But with that, we're going to say good night. Catch you all next time.